All right. This is what the app will look like if you ever look into the App Store. It's on Google Play and it's also in the Apple App Store as well. And feel free to interrupt if you have any questions as well. If I miss over anything or I go a little too fast, don't worry about interrupting and asking questions. I want you guys to fully understand the concept of the app. So when you first begin with the app, I do apologize for it being a little bit fuzzy. Um, I wish it was a little clearer, but this is what I have. But when you first start the app, it's going to have you get started and make a login, of course. I chose my last name as a family name, and I also put my regular school email address. And as I went forward, it has you put your first name and also make a parent passcode. There's certain parts of the app that if you don't want your child to be able to get into, you have the parental passcode for certain areas. So I did create it. Of course, I used a little 123 just for a little demo here. After that, it has you make a reward. So the family reward, when you get to a certain amount of points, the kids can cash in that award and you guys can go do either whatever activity or whatever prize you have set up for your children. For the example, I put a trip to the park because kids love the park. They release a lot of energy. So I set my points and then I have the duration of it to be a one-time prize. And then after that, it has you go into your family values and your rules. As a reminder, I guess, for your kids, it's good to teach them, I guess, household rules, because when kids first go into school, they are set up with certain rules and class delegations that they go through. So it's a cute practice for them to get into. So that's the beginning steps for the app. Afterwards, you make your children's profiles. So on the left side, this gives the children where they can go into the app. So you put the parent use only for their editing for their activities, so they can't edit their chores or delete them or anything. So you might want to put it to parental use only on that side. I made up some names. So I chose Bob and Brienne. I mean, and just some B names to go with mine, I guess. They also have more tasks on the side that says complete your task or behavior assignments, just to give them either approval or put it to parental use only so you can check off if they completed the actual chore. If you like, I left it a bit open just so it was easier for me to use it as an example to show you guys. Now in the middle, here's the children's profiles and what they look like. You can also, or the kids, when they log in, they can choose their own little avatar, however they want their profile to look. The theme in the background isn't really much of an edit that they can do, but in terms of their avatar and seeing their chores, that's what they definitely can see. They also have up here little boxes for them to easily get to things. So there's chores, there's habits, there's goals and behavior. Behavior is basically the parental rewarding of how they've been acting in the household. On the parental side, you can press on it and you can tap on how the child is doing. There's also goals that the child can set for themselves or you can set yourself. But that goes more into depth when you press on it. Then there's habits, which is everyday chores. And then there's chores, which is almost like daily ones that you can pick out as a parent yourself. On the right side there is, you're going to see little images. So there's a flamingo and there's a tiger for both. Those are passwords that was created by the parent. So the child or the children, when they log into their own devices, they can't go into their siblings and, kind of mess with their task at all. They can only log into their own. So you would give them their own password. So when they go on, they can click on their names and they can use their password to get into their account. This will prohibit any sibling rivalry or, stop them from, you know, or accidentally clicking on their sibling's profile and completing their chores. So passwords do help. If you don't have to worry about it, it's something you don't have to worry about with certain kids, but just a just in case factor. So I added that in there as well. To go more into the app, as a parent, there's still more setting up to do, of course. So when you first click onto the Chore Library, they show you all the chores that you can add. You can also create your own if there's specific ones that you guys have that you do inside of your home that they don't have listed there. I did use a screenshot of some examples here of me choosing some chores. Now, the first one, of course, I did the complete homework, and you can put the occurrence to daily, which would make it a habit, a habitual chore. And then you can set the number of times a day, and you can choose a category that it would fall under. So that I delegated to 20 points. So you can also choose a point system, because when they are doing the chores, everyone's points are added up, and that can add up to the trip to the park. So everyone's contributing to that for the whole family. I also did a set the table thing. So you can see, I just put that as a routine thing because that's more of a home lifestyle, not for school. And I do the occurrence for once. So maybe the children are taking turns. And at the bottom of the screenshot there, you can also see that you can delegate it for a specific child or for all of your children. So that it's not a confusing thing. You don't have to pinpoint it when you're making it. It's easy to just tap whoever you want to do that chore. And it's very easy. And on the side, I did talk about habitual chores. They have a habits section for parents to choose the chores that will be an everyday task. So for your smaller children, this app is for 4 years and older, which is great. So of course, children at 4 years old, they're either starting pre-K or they're transitioning to kindergarten, but this is great for them to get into their habits at home. So there's brushing your teeth, there's reading up here, there's little exercises, or some students may be in band or whatever. They also have like a music practice task, but of course you can always still add on habitual chores that you have that is more custom to your family. But I thought this was a very useful portion of the app that I like, because you don't want to keep setting the same chores every day. So the habitual ones are there that'll pop up for them as their everyday task. So it's very easy to go through. And completing chores. So I was still logged into the parental side. So as you can see from mine, it still shows the edit chore, delete chore, but that's only for the parents. As for the kids, it will only show your complete chore tab. But still in all, you can set that for parental use only. So when you can actually see if the kids did their chores, you would complete it on their side or in their app. So that will pop up when you press on, or actually it's a double tap. You can't just tap it. You have to double tap on the chore that you completed, and then it'll pop up with this screen here. The child would press complete chore, and they would give them their first badge for doing the chores and give them a little reward. I thought it was a really nice reminder that kids will see that, like, oh, we're getting points, we're getting prizes. So I thought it was really cute to see that they have little badges for them. So that's the screen that kids will see, or parental. Again, I was on the parental side, so it does still show the edit and the delete chore for the screenshots. I do apologize for that. And I also wanted to show this as well. So one of the habitual chores was completing homework. So it shows differently for children. So say they forget to complete their homework for the day before or complete it within the app, they have the option to complete for yesterday, because the app will know that you did not complete that chore or did do your homework yesterday. So they do have that there. It'll show.
Quick question, Brianna.
Yeah.
On that, if they do their homework, will the complete for yesterday not show up if they did their homework?
Yes, it won't show up.
Gotcha.
So if they didn't complete it on the app, it'll pop up to say complete for yesterday. That means you didn't even complete it at all. And it's reminding you that you did it. So it's either you're completing your homework from yesterday or you're completing your chore from today. So I thought that was really cute to
Yeah.
see, or it's helpful
Mhm.
to see for
Yep.
habitual ones. And that's their little reward thing that pops up for their for their completion of their homework there. And it also shows the amount of points whenever they do the badges as well, for how many points they gained. So on the parental side of the app, you can track your children's progress. It'll show the total amount of points for the family, because of course you want the family to work together. It's kind of also showing partnership for the kids, that when they put these points together, they can both have a trip to the park. So, or you can have little small rewards for each child separately.
So that's kind
But
of cool that you could actually say, okay, so you each have to get this many points, but if you get this many points together, it's like they can work towards that too. So maybe that shows like some teamwork or something.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
within the app, if you go to the child's individual pages, they have the reward tab up there as well. You can put in separate rewards for children, because if they're in a different age gap, maybe your preteen doesn't want to go to the park. Maybe they want they want to work for maybe a new phone or something. That'll probably be a lot of points, but you can set different rewards for each child. So it'll show the who has the highest amount of points, who has the lowest. Of course, I just have two children here. And maybe it'll trigger maybe some competition within the kids, but at least they'll be working towards chores and learning responsibilities every day. So I think that's pretty cool. It shows Bob, my make-believe son, as the hardest worker. So that's pretty cute as well. But it puts them up there to make them want to keep working harder as well. Under here as well, they also showed this week, and you can change it for this month and for last month. So you can track how their progress is, or maybe you can sit down with your child and say, I see you're using the app a little bit less, but you can also track that and see the difference between the two. So I thought that was pretty cool as well. And last but not least, for the new parents on the app, for the upper left corner there, that's what your home screen looks like. So you have the My Family, which shows the children's profiles. You have the progress, which shows what my last screen was with the results, and the calendar. The calendar there, that is for if you want to add in family events that's coming up. The kids can also see that as well, to track that and also be aware of what's going on within the family, which is cute. Maybe like you have a game night, or you have a family event, or someone's birthday is on the calendar. But you can also link that with a Gmail calendar as well. I didn't link that because I have a bunch of school things. So I thought that would just fluster it all. So I didn't link my email, but that is an option as well for parents. And the bottom corner, the community tab there, when you press on that, that will give you that Facebook page there. That that's on the bottom image there. That's a support group for parents that are using the app. So if you have questions, people are frequently on that page asking questions or supporting one another as parents. You also have people who have created the app on there that also answer questions for parents. So I thought it was very interesting that parents can also have this support group with each other. So I figured that's a perk as well. And I already looked on the page a little bit, and some parents are giving advice as to, oh, I found this to be a much better way to put the rewards out, or my child really loves the app. It's nice. It's really a reassuring page. So I thought that was really cool as well. But overall, this was the FamJam app. And I will open the floor to questions if family has any.